That is the diamond. Dustin Poirier taking on notorious Conor McGregor. This fight is to settle the trilogy. 1-1 right now. They both got a knockout over one another. Poirier is a former interim lightweight UFC champ. He's 27-6-1, no contest as a professional. 7-1 and 1 no contest in his last 9. He's the number 1 ranked lightweight contender in the UFC. Conor McGregor is a former 2-division UFC champ and world champ. He's 22-5 as a professional, 3-2 in his last 5. He's ranked number 5 at lightweight currently, and he's coming off that second round loss to Poirier, which was Poirier's last fight as well. Who do you have in this one, man? This is a tough one to call.
After the Michael Johnson knockout where Poirier lost to Michael Johnson in that first round, he's beaten Jim Miller, Eddie Alvarez, even though illegal knees on that one, Anthony Pettis, Justin Gaethje, knocks out Eddie Alvarez again, beats Max Holloway, loses to Khabib, but who doesn't, and then knocks out or beats Dan Hooker in the fight of the night, and then knocks out Conor McGregor. This guy's an absolute dog. I think he's the best lightweight in the world right now. If it was him versus Oliveira, I would still pick
him, you think?
Pick Dustin. I think, and so even if Conor makes the adjustments, I think he will look better. I think, right, if we do anything the second time, we should do it better than the first, because now we have, a frame of reference. So even if Conor, he checks the leg kicks and he doesn't load up on his shots and he makes adjustments like he did from Nate Diaz 1 to 2, where he looks so much better. Even if he makes all those adjustments, will it be enough against a guy of the quality of Dustin Poirier? I don't think so. I've never picked against Conor. I just don't see him being able to make up the gaps that we saw in that last fight. This is a different Conor McGregor. He's not the guy that was on the track to those 2 world titles, fighting Floyd Mayweather, knocking out Eddie Alvarez to get that second belt.
He's living good.
He's living good. And, credit to him, you made as much money and you did it, you did it better than anybody else in the UFC history. I do expect him to come out, show off better. I think he'll probably win that first round. But as it goes deeper and longer into the fight and the damage wears up, Dustin has been so much more active, and the level of competition lately has been so high, and he's shown his heart. He's shown that he's willing to go there, and I just don't think Conor is anymore. And I think, like I said, I think Conor will look good in that first, round and a half, but then you'll start to see him starting to get touched up at the end of the second round. Really, Dustin taking over in that third round, and he does have that power too. Like, that's exactly what happened in that second Nate Diaz fight. 1.5. All Conor. So the end of the second round to the third round, all Diaz. But Diaz just doesn't have that power. Conor can still roll his shoulders and slip some of those shots. And then Conor was able to come back. I was still, prime Conor, fighting for everything that he has now. This is not that. Dustin's going to get him late in the third or fourth round, I think.
Yeah.
Because he's got that power. He's still, he just hits harder. He's bigger.
He swarms.
Yeah, and he swarms. Yep.
We saw that on the last one. Yeah, I mean, this one I'll be rooting for Conor. I like Dustin as well, but I agree with you. I mean, Dustin needs to do what he did in the first fight, right? He made it an MMA fight, not just a boxing match. He was landing the leg kicks early. He landed a takedown 30 seconds into the fight, kind of kept Conor guessing, and then later that opened up those other shots. Obviously, Conor needs to address the leg kicks. He needs to expect. I think in the last fight, he was prepared for 5 rounds, but I don't think he expected 5 rounds. I think he expected, like in that first fight, he expected one of those left hands.
Walk him down, knock him out, yeah.
And I thought that would happen too. Poirier at 155, different animal, and with all this experience now is a different animal. So I'm pretty much just saying what you said, but even with those adjustments, I like Poirier here, man. He's more confident now. Now he knows he can take the...
Yeah, that's a big thing too, the confidence.
He can take the shots of Conor, and he knows he can finish Conor, and that wasn't even that long ago. So I think that Poirier is finally... I mean, he's always been a guy who's been very tough,
Now he's the guy. He knows he's the guy. He's the man, and he knows it.
The fight IQ, the skills, the confidence, the ability to even control his emotions now, all that has caught up with that toughness.
Yeah.
And so I agree. He's just a super dangerous guy for anyone. I think he beats Conor. I would say late like that, probably third, fourth round TKO. So I'll be wearing my lucky shirt. I'll be rooting for Conor, but I think Dustin does it. We'll see.